How are you doing today?
I'm good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate you taking the time.
Oh, my pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Oh, of course. And I was reading your story on Black News, and I saw that you came up with the idea for CPR Wrap because of a near fatal choking incident with your son. Can you walk me through that?
Yes, yeah. Actually, it was in the year 2002, and my baby was 2 years old at the time. We were on an outing, and I'm what they call a helicopter mom. So I was looking back, noticed that my baby was in distress. He was trying to cry, but nothing was coming out. And so I'm a medical professional, CPR certified every year. And so my husband pulls over the car. We jump out. He takes our baby out the car seat, hands him to me, but I panic. I couldn't remember any of my training, and my husband had to take him from me and save his life.
Wow. And that's what led to you creating the CPR Wrap.
Yeah, it did. I figured, if a medical professional like me could panic, what about the people that don't have any training, that don't know what to do? So I knew I had to do something.
And I was looking at your TED talk, and it was so motivational. Especially the part where you say success is not based on the victories that we achieved, but the barriers that we overcame to get there. What was some of the early obstacles you had with creating a CPR wrap, and just describe, what it is for people and stuff, everything.
Right. So what CPR Wrap is a disposable all-in-one template that allows any non-medical person and medical to provide safe, effective, and efficient CPR. It has a one-way valve mouth barrier for rescue breathing to protect you from fluid contamination. Visual hand placements right on top of the wrap that'll give you instructions on compressions and how deep to push, and simple instructions that are aligned with the American Heart Association that walks you through the steps of CPR. I have them for adult, child, and infant as well. I wanted everybody, to have the ability to be saved and to save a life. Um, yeah.
So when you were creating it, and what was some of the things you were going through trying to get it to the market?
Right. So a few of my obstacles, of course, being I didn't have any business acumen, never owned my own company. I'm in the medical field, so I didn't know anything about building a business. So for one, I had to figure out how to come up with the patent. I had to come up with the materials. So working with the FDA, working with the United States Patent and Trademark Office, and I bootstrap. So I'm working full time mom, working full time wife. It was like I never went to sleep. And of course, I don't come from money. I don't have any extra money. So having capital was one of the biggest barriers initially. And, today, of course, too, as well, that I had to face.
And then eventually, I guess you hooked up with Techstars.
I did. I graduated to Techstars because when you think of Techstars, you think of SaaS, Internet of Things, tech companies. CPR Wrap is far from that. It's an innovative product, but this first model does not have any tech infusion at all. And so when they came to me, scouting my company, I was blown away. I was not going to apply. I thought there's no way I didn't fit, but I enjoyed every moment of it. I packed up my company, moved to Austin, Texas for 3 months, and that was the best 3 months of my life.
Yeah, I was like reading, like, I think a past interview, and you talk about how, like, you had been told no so many times you could not fathom, a prestigious accelerator like Techstars wanting me for my company.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They're founders first. You know, Products and services come a dime a dozen. If you think that you have something that's going to, make this world spectacular, just no, somebody else is thinking of the same thing. It's about execution of it. I hear people tell me, I thought of this. I should have thought of this. Why I didn't come up with this. I say, somebody probably did before I did, but they didn't execute on it. I took it a step further. And Techstars really saw the founder within me to bring me on to help shape me, and I really appreciate that.
That's excellent. And I was watching your TEDx talk, and you were talking about being a long time procrastinator. I think we all struggle with that. And you list some examples of, like, historical procrastinators. I didn't know, like, about Leonardo da Vinci.
Yes.
I recommend everybody checking out your TEDx talk. That was amazing and very, very motivational. Can you talk about, like, how you overcame procrastination?
Right. So it still rears its ugly head from time to time. It's like I keep all my inventions I used to before I got my amazing phone, but in a piece of a book, a folder, stacked up, and it was like, oh my God, I never executed on any of it. But something, call it divine intervention, call it I don't know what to call it, but CPR Wrap never left my mind. It was something I thought about 24 hours a day. Like I knew it had to become a reality. And that's superseded my procrastination. It was just something. I think if you care enough about something that you're trying to do and you want to get it out there, there's no barriers that you can't overcome.
Wow, that's amazing advice. What would be your words of wisdom to entrepreneurs? People who are trying to get to the level and stuff and everything of finishing or completing a product.
Right. I would tell them to, and this is simple, and I'm pretty sure a lot of entrepreneurs have heard it. Don't give up. Really don't give up, because you never know. It only takes that one person to believe in you, that one person to help you get to that next level that'll blow things up for you. It's just, I know it can get lonely, and take care of yourself. It was at one point, I know I was having a heart attack because I was too busy focusing on the journey. I didn't take care of myself. So I would tell them to have somebody around you to help stabilize you, and definitely take care of your health, mental health and physical health.
What's next for you?
Oh man, people laugh when I say this, but I said world domination. I mean, we want to be global. We are global, but we want CPR Wrap to be a recognized, used brand all across the world. When you think of healthcare and safety, we want you to think of CPR Wrap.
Where can people follow you on social media to keep up to date with your progress?
Right. So we are on all things social media, from Twitter, Pinterest, Facebook, Instagram. At CPR Wrap is our handle. And we have our website, of course, at www.cprwrap.com.
Thank you so much for taking the time. I really appreciate you.
Thank you so much.
Have a great day.
You too.